everybody? Happy Sunday Fun Day. We are zigzagging around town, going into showings. So, little windshield time. Wanted to get in to a video that just really kind of, I don't want to say it's a market update, right? But it is just an update of where things are, where I think that they're going. Also, we'll talk about kind of what experts are saying. So, rates are still about 7%, right? That's not really changed much. I don't think anybody really predicts that to go significantly higher or lower anytime soon. So, rates are rates, right? They suck, and that means that nobody is winning right now except the government. So, what is going on, right? So last week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I was talking to one of my sellers, and we had a new listing go active, and we only had a handful of showings, and really I would have thought, we would have had a good amount of showings, probably under contract in a couple of days, definitely a week. This is a good home. And it didn't happen. So he was just asking me, he's like, what's kind of going on? And I was like, well, so I looked at inventory, kind of gave him a spill. Hey, this is kind of really what's happening right now. And his house, their house is priced on the higher side. And again, the higher side is tougher to move. But I looked and there was like 4,900 homes listed. Well, that was like Monday or Tuesday. And I looked today, I just looked just now, and there is nearly 5,100 homes. So we're over 5,000 homes. Not only, and I told him, I said, yeah, we'll probably, by the end of the week, we'll probably be over 5,000. Well, we crushed that number. Inventory in a week jumped up, I don't know, simple math, that's like 2 to 4%. Or somewhere around through there, which is a lot when you're talking a week. I mean, you think of that. If that was to happen 4 straight weeks, we would be over 6,000 homes by the end of July. And when inventory goes up, simple economics, right? Inventory goes up, that usually means prices will gradually start coming down. And again, as always, I think you got to put it in pockets. On a national level, prices have been kind of coming down, especially in your blue states, in your bigger cities. That's just already been known. Prices have not been coming down here as a whole, because there's still not good inventory under 300,000, and that market still flies off. If it's a good home, it's still usually going pending in a couple days, if not immediately. I'm going to one right now that is multiple offers. No shocker, it's like at 165,000, and it's a great little home. But they had multiple offers as of Friday, and their final and best is tonight, right? So that situation does exist. Now, I do think on paper they listed this underpriced. This is intentionally. I don't know that listing your house underpriced is the best move right now, because you really can't. It's not like 2021 and 22 where you can almost like guarantee multiple offers, and the price shooting right back up above. So usually listing your house, at its value, maybe even a little bit higher to test the market is not a terrible move right now. It's usually kind of what I suggest to do. But you as a seller, right, after 3-5 days on the market, you no longer have any really have any power. Now, it's your house. You can negotiate however you want to. But if you're sitting there and you list your house at 300,000 and we're on the market a week, nobody's coming in and giving you $300,000. It's just not happening. If they do, they're going to beat you up in the inspection report and get a bunch of money that way. So what we are seeing, though, is sellers in that high price point, let's just say above 500,000, they are drastically lowering their price. I had a seller take about, I've had a couple sellers take, $25,000 to $40,000 less in that higher price point recently. And a couple of them kind of shocked that they took that much less. Like, I don't know that I'm telling you to take this. There might be, but we had no other offers, right? Not much activity, so it is what it is. I just had a seller. We lowered their house $25,000. Great home. I have no clue how and why. We've only had like 2 showings on it. We've had that thing listed like almost 2 months. I have no clue. But again, in an area, and the price point it's in is very high for that area. That's medium income. And so just affordability's out, right? People can't afford it. And that's what sucks whenever you have a home and knowing as a seller, like you're going to take less for your home, you can't get the value out because of just what the market conditions are. And then when you add on all of this, right, the change August 17th, to where now you have to have an agreement with your agent in order just to see a house. And that agreement will also disclose what you are required to pay them. Now that agent can ask for the seller to pay their money in the purchase and sale, but the seller can counter back and say, not doing it, that's on you. And it's on you. So again, those roles are changed. So technically, you know, buyers are going to have to be responsible for even more money, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars, that really, especially the way that we did it, we didn't, in our agreements, if you ever done a contract with us, a buyer, it's a dash, it's a zero. You know, early on we used to put in whatever the cooperating commission was. Of course, you know, that was what we were getting paid anyway, so that was in there. But I was like, no, let's change that, like just to a zero or dash, NA, just because I don't want somebody like getting confused and thinking that. But now we have to go back and up front, we're gonna have to sign an agreement and you just have to disclose what you got to pay. And if you offer $300,000 for the house and for the seller to pay my commission, and that seller comes back and says no, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to not get the house, or are you going to basically pay the commission that you signed to and agreed to? That's what's really going to be tough with our market increase in inventory going up, and then with this change coming in less than 50 days now, man, buyers are going to be in tough times. But not only that, so are sellers. Right? Buyers are going to be able to negotiate. Like the buyers are going to be able to get a win on paper in the real estate. That's just how it is, right? Buyers are going to be able to win on paper in that real estate negotiation, but they're not winning with the purchase, right, of the crap interest rate that they have. And then sellers, unless you're listing a home, what I would kind of call, you know, under 300,000. Or maybe in Knox County, you know, under 4, and you've got it priced right. It's a good home. It's all updated. There's no issues. It's hard just to get asking price right now in this market, except if you're under those price points I'm talking about. That's still pretty easy, and you can still see multiple offers you can. That's where I'm going to right now. But that's other than that, as a seller, there isn't nothing. It doesn't matter like what agent, right? It doesn't matter if it's me, another agent. We're all in the same. Nobody's got magic dust. I'd be lying to you if I said, oh yeah, well I can sell your house better than that. No, I'm not going to say that. Any agent saying that's full of crap. They just want to get your listing, get you signed up, and they hold you to that agreement. I'm giving you the truth. You know, we're going to do everything we can to market it and push it out, and which is, again, no agent can do anything that another agent cannot when it comes to that stuff. So it still gets sent out. Like one of the most common things, Steven, you know, do you send it out to all the California cash buyers, blah, blah? No, it gets put on all the websites within 30 seconds of me clicking the button to go active. They all get it. They all get the email. They all see it pop up on all the websites. There isn't some sort of, again, magic thing that you got to pay to be a part of that California cash buyer. You send it to all the California cash buyers. Again, I just explained
2
that.
miles, take exit 392 for US 11 West North.
But now it is used by a lot of agents to upcharge you. Oh, well, you know, here's our commission, but if you want to pay more, this is what we'll do. We'll market this to, you know, cash buyers and blah, blah, blah. And that's just a dang lie. Literally, that's just the sales presentation. It's exactly what it is. Go to YouTube, type in listing presentation, and watch the YouTube on what they do to try to basically con sellers into signing those agreements. That's what it is. So, I think really higher price point homes, tough times are ahead for sellers. Buyers on paper are going to win in those negotiations by getting money off and a lot of repairs, but they aren't going to win, obviously, with that mortgage payment at 7% interest. But I'll keep you guys updated as things are playing out. They said that all the new documents in the state of Tennessee should be coming out mid-July. So I'll do an update on that one, right? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of changes to these documents, adding in everything with this lawsuit and the Department of Justice to make sure that everybody's good and everything's clear and there's no confusion on all this stuff. So when that comes out, you know, I'll definitely be sharing all of that and let you kind of know updates and point and let you know where to look before you sign something on how things are going. So y'all have a great day.
In a half mile.